Hi, it's Naomi Andrick, and I wanted to graph a system of inequalities actually in MyMathLab so you could see how the MyMathLab graphing system works, because I had a student ask specifically about the graphing system. She couldn't get it to shade in exactly the right place. So here I have a system of three inequalities. I have to remember that the solution to the system of inequalities is going to be just the solutions that are solutions to all three of those. So it's where the shading overlaps if you're thinking about shading for each individual inequality. So this first one, it's similar to the equation y equals 2x plus 2, only we have this less than or equal to. So we know instead of the points on the line making the inequality true, the points on the line and also to one side of that line will all make this inequality true. So I start out though by graphing the edge of the solution set, which is just the line y equals 2x plus 2. That line has a y-intercept of 0, 2, and it has a slope of 2, so I go up 2 over 1 to get another point on that line. And then I have to figure out which way to shade. I tend to substitute in a point like 0, 0. 0, 0 would make this true because 0 is less than or equal to 2 since it's less than. And so for this one, I would shade over here. And that's the graph of this one inequality. Now if I go to the other inequality, this next inequality, it looks almost exactly the same, only we have greater than or equal to, and we have negative 2x plus 2. So I'm going to graph it. Again, the y-intercept is going to be 2 if I graph just the line part. The slope, though, is negative 2, so I go down 2 and write 1 right there. And then let's see, 0, 0 doesn't make this true because if I put those values in, I'd have 0 is greater than or equal to 2. That's not true. So we don't want this part over here shaded that includes 0, 0. We want this part over here shaded that doesn't include 0, 0. And you can see that I can actually just pick up my little paint bucket here in the graphing system and I can move it wherever I like. And right now I want it here because that's where these two inequalities overlap. Now the last equation here is x is less than or equal to 2, inequality. So we're going to graph, again, the solution to this is like an entire half of the plane, but the very edge is going to be the line x equals 2, which we know consists of all the points where x equals 2, so all those points that you go over 2 to get to that point. So it's going to be a vertical line through 2, right there. So there's that line. And then we have to figure out which way to shade. Is it this part or is it this part, right? 0, 0 would make this true. So we're going to shade towards the point 0, 0 from this line. And we see that that's, if we were shading just for this one inequality, we shade the entire half here. But since we're looking at overlap, we're just looking at this one little piece here. And that would be the graph of the solution set to this system of inequalities. Any point in the shaded area would be a solution, and any solution should be in the shaded area. That's how systems of equations or systems of inequalities work. Okay, so I'm going to check my answer. Tells me I'm right, and I'm done with this one. Okay, I hope this helps. Bye.